So in today's lesson, we're going to talk about the rule of 72. So I was in my 30s before anybody explained this to me. And I don't know if it's just a matter of when I was born and how people operated then, but my parents never talked about money ever in front of us. It was just a very taboo subject. And I went to private school all my life, and I was learning about European history, and nobody ever told me. I mean, I learned, I was supposed to learn calculus. I never got it. But trigonometry, geometry, all of that is useless information unless you're going to be an engineer. Nobody ever told me about compound interest or the rule of 72. So, for you young people out there, I want to at least tell you about it. I taught this to my kids, and God bless them. None of them wanted to be rich. They just all wanted to be happy. So I think wanting to be rich may be out of date, might be a little old fashioned. But if you want to, I can tell you how to do it. And if you are a young person, then time is on your side. So I put together a spreadsheet to just kind of illustrate how compound interest works and how, if you're a young person, you have a huge advantage when it comes to that. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get into it. All right. The term you are going to hear is CAGR, compound annual or compounded, which other? Annual growth rate. Compounded means that you earn interest on your money even after you've earned interest on your money. So, say you're 18 years old, say your birthday is January 1st, and you turn 18 years old and you invest $2,000. And historically, the indexes return about 10%. So if you put $2,000 into a general index mutual fund, could track the Dow, could track the S&P, could track all of them, you're going to get about 10% a year in interest, compounded annual growth rate. So after 1 year, you'll have $2,200. Now, the way compound annual growth rate works is year two, you don't get 10% interest on this number, you get 10% interest on this number, and so forth and so on. So now you're getting 10% on $2,420, not $2,000. And it goes on and on and on. So if you only invest $2,000 on your 18th birthday in the year 2026, fast forward to when you're 60. All right. So at the age of 60, really 59 and a half, you can take this money out without having a penalty on it. So you get a 10% penalty if you take it out before you're 59 and a half. If you wait until you're 59 and a half, then it's just taxed as regular income. So you'll have to pay taxes on it, whatever your tax bracket is at that time. But your simple $2,000 investment is going to be $109,527 at 10% annual growth rate, CAGR. The reason it's called the rule of 72 is because if you divide the interest into 72, that's how many years it will take for your money to double roughly. So at 10% interest, if you're earning 10% compounded annual growth rate, your money will roughly double every 7 years. And you can see that plays out. So here it's 20,000, it was 2000. 7 years later, what is that? 33, 30, 33. It's not an exact science, but it's roughly $4,000. And then 7 years after that, it's roughly $8,000. So 10 doesn't divide into 72 cleanly, but if you were to do 12%, then it would double every 6 years. If you could get 18%, that's very hard to do, but if you could get 18%, it would double every 4 years. So just to illustrate how this works, even if you're working, a minimum wage job, probably not minimum wage, but if you're working a decent job and you can squirrel away $2,000 a year, then say you do it for 5 years. Okay. So every January 1st, you put $2,000 into your mutual fund and you're done. After 5 years, you are done. Now, what's that going to do to you? So, year one, you're going to get this plus this. Or year two, I should say. Year three, you get this plus this plus this, and so forth and so on. so that when you are 59 and a half, you now have $500,000. So the green numbers indicate what you put in, $10,000, and this number is what you get out, close to $500,000. Now, to fully understand the power of compound interest, let's say that you like to work. All right, so we'll just say you're 60 years old here. Let's just say you like to work and you work until you're 60 and you have no plans to retire. So you're just going to leave your money in the mutual fund. What happens the next year? Oh, look at that. I just made $45,000 for doing nothing. Oh, I just made another $50,000 for doing nothing. So that's just at 10%. You take a look at what happens at 12%. And remember, we were at $500,000. You were at $1 million, close to it, right? So again, and you can, if you do a little bit of work, you can get 12%. You got to do a little bit of homework. You got to be a little bit more aggressive, but you can get 12% annual growth rate. I've been doing it for a while. It's not that hard to do. 401ks, if you have a 401k, just find the mutual fund that has the best return over the lifetime of it and put all your money into that one. If you're young, you can take huge risks. You can be very aggressive. Your time horizon is really long. Just be super aggressive with it. Now, I'll say the same thing, right? So the more you have, the more you make. That's why the rich get richer. So you're at 942, bam. You just made over $100,000 for sitting on your ass when you're 61. And it just grows and grows and grows from there. So now you have $2 million and you're 67, which, you still got plenty of life in you at 67, provided your health is good. And I hope your health is good. So it's really interesting to see how that plays out. And to fully understand this, if anybody, like, say you rub a lamp and a genie comes out and he says, okay, I'll either give you $5 million or I'll give you a penny on the first day of March, and that penny will double every single day. So you can have either $5 million or a magic penny that doubles every day. So let's just do this together, shall we? So these are the days of March. No, not 61 days. We'll go back up to 31. All right, so there's the 31st day. So say you take the $5 million, you're like bird in hand, right? Better than two in the bush. So let's go 01. So you got one penny. All right, now every day it's going to double. You guys probably kind of know what's coming, don't you? Times 2. All right, second day you got 2 cents, obviously. Third day, 4 cents, 8 cents. Okay, so you're not making a whole lot of money up front. Let's see what happens on the 31st day of March. You took the 5 million. Did you make a mistake? Yes, you did. Could have had 10 million. $737,418.24. Those genies, man, they're tricky. Anyway, that's the rule of 72. That's how compound interest works. If you're a young person, time is on your side. If you are so inclined, God bless the younger people. They just don't care as much about money. They just want to be happy. And that's probably the better way to do it. So, oh, well, can't go back. But hope that helps. Hope you get rich without doing anything. And I really hope you enjoy your life. Peace out.